but it's Conor McGregor with the majority decision victory over Nate Diaz. We're joined by the #2 contender in the featherweight division, Frankie Edgar. First and foremost, your thoughts. Did the judges get this decision right?
Yeah, I think they did. It was close. I had it 3-2. You know, Conor did what he had to do. Came out and was very relaxed. Threw kicks. I think he threw 20 leg kicks, in that first round. Then you've seen the tide start to change. Nate started to bring it on. But in the second, at the end of the second, especially the third round, coming into the fourth, it seemed like Conor got a second win, was able to steal that one. I thought Nate won the fifth and final, but 3-2.
It just goes to show you how differently people can see it. I thought McGregor won that final round. I want to talk about, we'll go big picture here, and we're going to recap the entire fight. We'll head out to Vegas here in just a bit, and we've got the post-fight news conferences coming your way as well. The game plan for McGregor in this fight versus what it was in the first fight, what was the difference? In
the first fight, he came out guns blazing, threw everything into every single punch. This time he was a little more calculated, was able to, create a distance with some leg kicks. And it seemed like Nate was waiting a little bit, and I think that cost him. You see, when he stopped waiting and started going, that's when he kind of got the ball rolling. But then he started to wait again, and Conor was able to land leg kicks, land some shots. So I think Conor was smart by, picking his spots when he really wanted to attack.
Did Diaz fight a smart fight himself?
I think Diaz fought his style, just going forward, but I was just disappointed in him waiting as much as he did. Usually he doesn't wait as much. Usually he throws, multiple punch combinations, and when he did that, he was successful in this fight.
Was that a matter of fatigue? I mean, listen, this fight goes the distance. We're talking about 25 minutes of fight action with two guys who threw and landed haymakers. I mean, we're seeing pictures of what it looked like early on in the fight because those two guys and their faces did not look like that at the end of the fight. Was endurance an issue for either fighter in this one?
Yeah, I think both of them, actually. In the end of the second round, you've seen Conor fade and Nate really pick it up. And he kind of, he ended the second and third. He really threw everything into his punches. Then the fourth kind of lost some steam. And that's when Conor got his second win. So I think they were both fighting fatigue throughout this fight.
As a fighter, I mean, let's strip down the mechanics of what we saw. As a fighter, watching what was a back alley brawl, I mean, what were your thoughts on just watching what was an awesome fight?
Yeah, these guys really put it out there. You could tell there was a lot of animosity between these guys leading up to this fight, and they fought with everything on the line. They fought with a lot of heart. I mean, both bloodied up, gave it their all, emptied the tank. You got to give it up to those guys.
But respect as well, right? I mean, listen, there is an element of the sport where you need to sell a fight, especially if you're the headliner, and they certainly have done that throughout their news conferences over time. But there was a mutual respect at the end of the fight, too.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We're martial artists, and for the most part, most guys are you dap it up and say, hey, great fight.